Today we're heading out, going into Monashee Lakes. A sign loosely in the tree here. Vernon Outdoor Club kind of maintains it. There's a little funding, so I'm sure they always want donations. 20 kilometers off the paved road outside of Cherryville. And here's the big parking lot. Oh. Got some lids. You excited to go hiking?
Thumbs up, girls.
What's that? That's where the animals live? Yeah, there'll be gophers and stuff that live in there. That's right. Gophers. Sheep, yeah. I don't know if the sheep can quite fit, but you never know. There could be sheep. So, big open area, picnic table if you need to. You could probably spend the night here. Not very flat, so if you had a rooftop tent or something, it'd be decent. Pretty sunny up there. You probably can't see anything, but I think that's where we're headed. What do you think, girls?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. River.
Yeah, can you hear the river? Yeah, there's a creek that comes out of the lake. Yeah, we gotta follow it. Follow it, that's right. I think it's about 5-6 degrees out right now, so we got the girls bundled up. They don't burn much energy when they're on our backs, so they get quite cold. The button, yeah. The trail, I believe, is 3 kilometers of rather mediocre, gradual uphill, couple 100-meter gain. I think it's 5 kilometers to the lake, but the last kilometer actually is 400-meter elevation gain, so it's a bit of a grind. I think it's about 700 meters at the top. I'll get some proper numbers, maybe put them in the details below. And here's the start of the trail. Within 100 meters of the parking lot. It's just more or less letting the girls walk for a while, so we have to carry them quite so much. A bit slow, but that's all right. It's a bit of a goat trail or cattle trail-ish, so there's a few offshoots from where the cows wander, but it's relatively obvious where you got to go. And we should join up with the creek, and it'll turn into a little narrow single track after that. So. Come on, girls, let's go!
Alright, start at 9:30.
You guys eating some Fig Newtons? I think we've been hiking for maybe a kilometer now. Relatively flat. Trail's pretty decent. A lot of old growth cedars. I can hear the creek off to my right as I'm going up, so if you need water, it should be easily accessible. I think we crossed it a few times. We actually just brought a little half-liter Nalgene water bottles, and then we have our Steri pen, so we don't have to carry so much weight in water. Makes the load a lot lighter, easier, especially because our day hikes now consist of 40-45 pound packs with babies in them, so it's a lot nicer to lighten weight if you can. Really nice area. If you've done the Pinnacles hike, there's a very strong resemblance of this. It's actually just on the other side of that mountain range right there. Is how to get to Pinnacles. I would recommend it. So, all right, it's been about an hour now, including the little ones walking for 20 minutes, but we reached this like avalanche slide path. We're probably walking into this for 5 minutes, but a nice wide open area. You can really start to see the peaks. There is some poison ivy or stinging nettle or whatever one it is. So I imagine if you're here a few months earlier, it will, yeah, stinging nettle. It might get you, but right now it's pretty trampled down, and so it's not too bad. So long pads might be necessary. If you like bringing a machete or something to hack it out, you can have at her, but pretty amazing views. A little bit of snow up there still from last year, lurking in the shadows. Yeah, I think we're heading that way. There's a bit of a waterfall. I'll see if I can take a better video when we get closer. And I think we're getting up to that saddle, or the call there, the flat spot. But really nice views. Looks a lot like pinnacles. I'd say do them all if you can. And I know there's actually a traverse. It's called the Mark Burgess or something like that traverse you can do. So maybe one year we'll do that. Right now, just for day hikes. The trail forked a couple times back there. We kind of stuck to the left. I imagine if you went to the right, it probably just goes, I don't know, 100 meters at the most, and then you end up at the creek, I'm guessing. So you can refill your water bottles. You might meet up with some cows there, so you might want to filter it beforehand. What do you think, Bexy? Good hike?
Cows.
Yeah, cows. A lot of cows. We haven't seen any cows yet, but the weather is unbelievable today. It's supposed to be 24 degrees in Vernon, which is very unseasonable. It's beginning of October right now. I had to ditch my sweater because it was just too hot. But a perfect day for this. No better place to be. We're about an hour and a half in now. Just crossed through the clearing to the side. Really nice views. Like, panning around. This is where we're heading. Little waterfall. I think that's the drainage of Monashee Lakes. Wide open. Nice jagged peaks. According to my watch, I think we climbed about 230 meters vertically since the parking lot. And rumor has it, the last kilometer is a 400 meter elevation gain, which is slow going, but it'll be worth it. Word on the street is this is actually the hardest of the hikes in the area. So I don't think that's an intimidating factor necessarily, but the aesthetics are well worth it. So far anyways, we've been not totally drained down because we've been stopping to enjoy the scenery, looking at the views. You recover your breath by accident, really. This might be the only tricky part of the hike here. It's not tricky in a sense that you're gonna hurt yourself, but you fall up the creek for a while and then you kind of walk up the creek and there's the waterfall. You end up taking a hard left. There's a couple stacks of nook shooks on the rocks, but it's kind of awkward to see the trail because you kind of follow this creek. You end up finding it all the way up here, and then I'm assuming where that little band of rocks is supposed, we're gonna cut across the top of that and then get up there. So this might be the only real place you're gonna lose the trail, but I think if you walk too far, you're gonna be stuck trying to get to that cabbage, which just end up backtracking to this area because it'll look much better for hiking. So just something to keep an eye out if you do head this way. We just finished, I think, the hardest part of the climb, a couple hundred meters. We're up into the alpine now, some red flowers. It's sweaty us. I think we have maybe 50 meters, 60 meters, 70 meter elevation change left. So I think the hardest part is over. It was quite steep. A lot of loose rocks, unstable ground. It could be interesting coming down, especially with the live load in the backs, but we'll see. Hopefully now we just kind of casually keep on this incline and it pops us out at the lake. I'm assuming we'll be there within half an hour. We've been hiking 2.5 hours now, so. This here now is Monahsee Lake. We've been here for a little bit. We're just kind of settled in. The girls are running around. I think we're going for a diaper change, so I'll keep panning. Really nice scenery. Amazing, amazing landscape. You hike up, it's probably 20 minutes from the last little check-in spot, but you hike up right over there in that corner of the lake and walk in. We just looped around the backside here because you get a much better view of everything on the go. Well worth the hike. Definitely a grind at the end. It's some rough footing, loose. Could be interesting for us coming back down with the girls in the back, but we'll just go slow, we'll be fine. Lots of room to move around. If you want to stay overnight here, you probably could. No real places to hang food. The trees are kind of small. Not bad over there, but lots of little grassy knolls, rock outcrops. I think it was about, my watch is reading just under 2,000 meters above sea level now, so I think I started at 1,280 or something, so you're looking at 800 meters, I guess. I think we did it in the shade under 3 hours. Some people caught up to us and passed us. I think they did it in like an hour and a half, 2 hours. So if you're just day hiking, you're carrying less than half of what we had. As for water, you take out of the lake, or there's a little creek that comes down here. We have our little stary pin, so it works out well. There actually wasn't that many creek crossings on the way up. Like once you leave the main tributary, there's nothing really, so I'd almost say have a bunch at the truck. And yeah, and then drink it sparingly. But prepare for it. What do you think, lady? What's going on? You found some sand? Yeah? The rocks are in there? You moving them? Oh, hey, Bex, you coming over too? It's a big rock, yeah. It's the white one, hey? Mm-hmm. How about you, Mom? Feeling good? We'll get some food and us and maybe spend another half hour here and work our way down. It's, what time is it now? Just about 2 o'clock now, so we're doing 2.5 hours down. It's gonna start to get cold and shadowy, so